Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of the Disc Golf Answer Man.
Hey, Cool Daddy Slick Breeze, E. Mac, and Robert McCall. How you guys doing? This is
Nailed
Mike
it.
from
Best one yet.
Masters Disc Golf in Pittsburgh. I just had a
Oh,
rules
wait, we
question.
covered this. Let's give, he
Slick
gave a shout
Breeze,
out.
E. Mac,
and we
and
talked over
Robert McCall. How you guys doing? This is Mike from Rec Masters Disc Golf in Pittsburgh. I just had a rules question. What is it? Is it legal for a caddy to call rule violations such as foot faults and things like that? I'm assuming if the caddy is an official, it would be okay. But if the caddy is just a random person, what's the ruling on a caddy calling violations? Thanks a lot. Have a good one.
That caddy is a jerk store.
Hey, but for real,
Am I wrong though? I mean,
some people told me in M Worlds this happened with parents caddying for juniors.
oh, that's
Listen-
the worst.
Listen to this, dude. Okay, there's a junior who walks up to a shot, goes to throw it, steps off to the side or whatever.
misses
and
his lie, maybe
misses his
by a
lie.
little bit.
Right. Dad calls a foot fault.
Not his
So-
dad.
The other guy's another
Yes.
kid on his cards. Dad calls a foot fault. That dad's son seconds the foot fault, so he has to rethrow.
Well, technically, the rule is you don't have to. Do
Right,
a
but I'm saying,
second,
to answer your question, I don't think that caddies should be allowed to call anything. It's the players who are playing.
a good caddy speaks when spoken to and doesn't open his mouth on the course.
Exactly.
So let it be written.
And that's just how I do it.
So let it be done.
That's just how I do it. When I caddy, I speak when spoken to. I don't. I mean, you don't want to mess up the players' vibes. As a caddy, you should not be calling foot faults on people. You should.
You're not a competitor.
As a caddy, you need to be just worrying about what your player is doing,
Yep.
not what the other players on the card are doing.
Yep.
Sure, you can make a judgment call if you saw where a disc went out of bounds, or you walk up early to spot or something like
Sure.
that. Sure, I get that.
Totally.
But if you call me on a foot fault, like in the middle of a fairway or something like that, and nobody else does, I'm gonna stare
Yeah.
through your soul.
Stop that. That's what your stare would be saying.
Yes, that's just
So, other than your personal opinion, though, but legally,
I think
can a caddy call a foot fault?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think it's a card decision.
Card
So
discretion.
when we were at Memorial earlier this year, they had a rules discrepancy. One of our sponsored players, Donald Ellsworth, was on that card, and they were talking about what they should do. I offered an option for within the rules what I thought they should do.
A provisional?
Yeah, is the most elegant rule in disc golf. No, I offered an option for what I thought they should do, but at the end of the day, they can choose to take that or not. It's their choice, not mine. Unless they call a course marshal over, the only people who are making that decision are the people on the card.
Correct.
And I've actually played. Now, it hasn't happened in a while, but I remember filming, and people would ask me about rules, and I'd have to say I don't know, and I do know, but I don't give an opinion because I'm not there, and I think that's the same role as a caddy. Your role is to assist that player, and the player's role is to enforce the rules if they need be. The caddy doesn't need to be anything but other than being the person that has the bag on ready for their player.
It'd be nice if we had marshals. Like, I know we do have marshals for bigger events, but like golf basically has a marshal on every hole.
Right.
And watching everything that goes on. In golf, if somebody sees a rule violation and they can call in,
Which is garbage, in my
Yes.
opinion. Super garbage.
Yes.
Can you imagine
oh
the uproar that we'd have in disc golf if that happened?
man, did you know that, Bobby? He didn't hear a thing we just said.
Well, I was doing some research and I found an article on ESPN about disc golf,
Oh, that's cool.
but it was back in August 19th of 2009.
Is it the
Disc
Ocho?
golf has a pro tour and momentum. No, it was ESPN.
Oh.
That's even before Ricky was competing. Momentum. No, what we were saying is on the PGA Tour,
On golf.
yeah, ball and stick golf. Maybe that's not the best way to say it.
Traditional.
There you go. sorry, Mom and Dad. I didn't mean to say that. That people can be watching and call in rules violations.
yes,
the
I
next,
remember that,
like
yeah.
the next day.
Yeah,
That's awful.
that's very
I
awful.
hate that rule.
Mm-hmm. I think as soon as you turn your scorecard in, it's over.
That's
Like,
what I think.
that's-
That's what I think too.
So,
Let's see.
so I can't find anything that's specific. I know that I got it. I know there's got to be something on caddies as far in the rule book, but I can't find anything specific that says players choose to use a caddy will solely be responsible for the caddy's conduct from the 2-minute warning until the player's cards are turned in. Misconduct by a caddy may subject both the player and the caddy to disqualification and suspension.
A caddy is an extension of you.
The players must instruct their caddies to maintain a reasonable distance and not interfere with the competitor attempting his or her shot. For those players wishing to use a carrying, that's something different. Players have the option to bring a caddy or carrying device during their round. A player's caddy is subject to all items within the PDJ rule of play and PDJ competition manual. So it doesn't specifically say, but I got to say, maintaining a reasonable distance and not interfere with the competitor attempting his or her shot. I would almost say that is you're not there to interfere at all.
Yeah, and that would be, well, I don't know.
I mean, I guess you can't. I can't as a player. I can't interfere with your shot. But
well, you can, but you're gonna get
right
violated.
So anyway, I would say no. A caddy needs to just stay out of it.
Yeah, a caddy needs to,
be a caddy.
Get out of here. Carry the bag. Speak when spoken to. That is your job as a caddy.